Good morning. My name is Oktavian Nazimov. I'm the new leader of Dodo 42. Over the period of the last months, I've been taking over the leadership of Dodo 42 from Magomed. I'd like to tell a few words about me and the state of affairs at Dodo 42. I've been working with Dodo Pizza since 2018 together with my partner Vladislav. We have 12 pizza stores. Open is quite a large franchise network that continues to grow. In addition to that, I have quite a vast experience in entrepreneurship. I have a lot of experience at the overlapping of IT and accounting, finances. So basically, I had quite vast experience when I started to work with Dodo. And in August 2021, there was a proposal from Magomed and Fyodor that I could become the leader of Dodo 42. It seemed like a really interesting and exciting challenge to me. I think that we can do something big and something cool here, something at the level of Dodo Pizza, or maybe something bigger and even cooler. Because we actually have everything we need. All the resources are there. The business platform is really strong and powerful. We have a strong team from the point of view of operations and IT. There is a yummy product that we are not ashamed of. And in addition to that, what is very important, we have partners trust that are ready to trust Dodo Pizza and our new areas of development. That is also a big asset for our future development that we have planned. So, basically, being a franchisee, and I have franchising experience not only with Dodo. Over the course of the last 2 years, I was elected as a member of the Council of Partners, as a representative of partner community, where we spoke about the interests of partners and how to improve our activity. I can tell you that I have a nice kind of understanding how the management company looks like from the point of view of franchising, and I hope that I can use that experience in order to maintain our strong points and in order to override the drawbacks and weaknesses that we are all aware of. Basically, over the course of the last 2 months, I've been completely focused on D42. So I'm working on that full time. My network of pizza stores is managed by my partner, Vlad, and the agency is autonomous, and now I'm not involved in the operational business, and for now I focus completely at Dodo 42. What is the state of affairs with Dodo 42? We still have only one company-owned store. For such a small restaurant, it demonstrates quite good results. So our revenue is 5 million rubles in total for a month, but we are not satisfied with results like that. We want to achieve something more. So that is regarded as a trial balloon. And we wanted to start 10 pilot franchise stores. They are already in progress and we are getting ready for scaling up. We want to scale up our corporate network and we are also getting ready to open franchise. To sell franchise, that would be our next global step. I would like to tell you a few words about the operational problems that we identified in course of testing. So when our store, our first and the only store was operating, there were a number of challenges that we faced. So now we are trying to overcome the challenges and they're related to the operational part of business. The first challenge or problem is that despite the fact that it's possible to cook one doner within a short period of time, you can do it really fast. When the load is low, we provide the orders really quickly, so it gives a really good client experience. But when you have peaks, we have problems with the speed, and sometimes people have to wait for one doner for 20 minutes. And that is a completely different customer experience, because it's a doner and people expect that they come to a store, get their order quickly, eat it, and continue doing what they were doing. So we worked a lot to overcome this challenge. We had two reincarnations of our main production line. We had Grill 1, then Grill 2, where we expanded the working area. But that experiment did not bring us really impressive results. So the results were not so cool. The productivity did not increase dramatically. And now we are getting ready with the third version of the grill, where the production flow will be optimized. And I hope that the speed will increase, not only because the square of it will increase, but the conveyor belt will be organized completely different. So it's all about organization and setup. And plus, there are also technological improvements there. In addition to that, we found out that doner looks like a simple product, but it takes a lot of work to cook it. We use a lot of vegetables, and people spend a lot of time simply preparing the vegetables, simply cutting onions and garlic, and you have to focus on that. It's, so to say, destroyed the kitchen cost. The kitchen cost turned out to be really high. So fighting against that, we understood that it's necessary to have suppliers that would supply vegetables in cut form. And they already do it. That really makes our work easier. It's also more convenient for people, because when you have to cut a lot of onion, it's some kind of an adventure. So now the quality of vegetables is good, and vegetables come in prep form, so it's already good. Another big problem that destroys our productivity are sauces that we cook in store. We have our unique corporate recipe, and the recipes were developed by our team, headed by Bagomet. Sauces are great, but it's a lot of work. You have to mix things manually. It's quite difficult to guarantee stable quality of the sauce, but in addition to that, it's really labor intensive, so you spend a lot of time to cook them. And we work now with these suppliers. There are suppliers that are ready to make sauces for us. The biggest part of the process is made in the production line, and then we receive the preps and we add some fresh ingredients there, like herbs, garlic in store, and at the end of the day, this sauce is also really cool, but you can make it in a fast fashion. One of the biggest challenges when you develop a big project like that is that now we have only one store, only one corporate store, but our requirements are as high as the requirements of a network. We come to suppliers and we say, let's make a unique sauce specifically for us, and we only have one store, so our volume of purchases is small, and our suppliers have to make a real leap of trust. They have to believe that in 1 or 2 years our network will be big, and it makes sense to set up the line or develop production facilities to make a product for us, and we have unique requirements for all the products like bread, meat, sauces, vegetables, drinks, packaging. So everything from bread to packaging has our own unique requirements. We want to express our gratitude to the suppliers that trust us, that develop partnership with us. We will never forget that. We will support the partnership like that with our suppliers. It's really, really important for us. We have now full cycle of of production, and we are ready to move on. I already told you that our corporate store is quite small, and we found out that this kind of food is not something that people want to take away. People come to us, and the majority of them want to sit down and eat and dine in, and we have only 16 seats. People come inside and they see a crowd of persons. Even 10 people look like a crowd of people in our small corporate store, so they turn away and go away. So it's necessary for us to increase the store. We took the decision that we will open the second flagship store in Moscow. It will be corporate owned. The hall will be quite big there. The square will be about 150 square meters. And let me tell you a few words about the development of our own delivery. In September, we started our own delivery. Before that, we used the services of aggregators, and the results are quite good. But I need to tell you that we took quite a small zone. Our delivery works with electric bikes. The average time is quite good, from 20 to 24 minutes. This is the time from order and till the moment when clients receive the food. Clients order again, and that brings us joy. In September, we had 100,000 rubles in delivery. In November, it's already 100,000 rubles. So in the future, it's really possible to come to the figure of 500,000. So here in yellow, you can see our own delivery, and you can see that our own delivery already gives 1/3 of delivery sales. And we have a bigger number of orders than what our aggregators have. But have a look at our zone of delivery. It's much smaller than Yandex delivery zone. Aggregators cover a big part of Moscow, and we deliver only nearby. And our delivery is fast. Food comes hot, so we have a really good retention rate. Have a look at the retention rate. It's really impressive. I hope that we will continue like that. Of course, we need to improve it, but we have a big potential for growth. It seems to me that we did a really good job here. I would like to express our gratitude to our IT team that develops a lot of interesting things. Some things already look better than in the application of Dodo Pizza, for example. We managed to develop new geolocation. Users can see where they are. They're about to do it in Dodo, by the way. Also, in our application, we already have an opportunity to give your rating. You can leave your tips for delivery and dine-in orders, and it's native. And it's great that you can leave tips for both delivery and dine-in orders. So we try to experiment with different opportunities. We also supported a snack box special project. We develop products based on potato. Their prime cost is good, so we want to increase the sales of potato-based products. Have a look at our application, and you will see a lot of exciting things there. In addition to that, courier tracking is coming. It's coming soon, and I would like to say that we are quite advanced here. We are really groundbreakers. Then franchise partners, we have already agreed upon the spaces in different cities. So we have now some confirmed locations where they're going to open the stores. Design is also coming, so have a look at it. It's new, and in the next stores, the design will be like that. So it's different from what we had in our first store. It's expressive, fresh, modern, and it's also more practical from the point of view of use, durability, and lasting properties. As far as our plans are concerned, I'd like to tell you the following. From February till April, we want to open our pilot partners. The process is not fast. It includes design, construction, setup of operational part. The projects are really, really impressive, but the timeline looks realistic. So I think that in spring 2022, we will already have the data about how our first partners work, and that will be really, really interesting both for us and future partners. So, as a matter of fact, we took decision to open the next store, and it's going to be quite big. It's going to be in Moscow. The location will be at least twice larger than of the first store, and we will try to level up the sales there. It's our internal challenge that we will focus on. Now we are searching for an area, and hopefully by March we will be able to implement the project and open the location, so you are welcome to visit us. Thank you very much and have a great day. Hi dear friends, my name is Valeria Kuzmina and I'm responsible for the attraction of new franchisee partners abroad. And today I would like to tell you about the context of our task and how cool and global it is. Could you please try to imagine our world in 195 countries of the globe? Out of 195 countries, in 15 countries there is Dodo Pizza, and we have 180 countries left where we could open, but unfortunately we cannot go to all of them because American type pizza is good for developing countries. And if you take developing countries, our competitors are not so strong there. So that is our goal, to conquer the world. 90 countries where we are ready to go. Let's imagine Egypt, for example. In Egypt, there is a potential franchisor, for example, and this franchisee wants to open a brand, and, for example, this person gets interested in Dodo Pizza. Unfortunately, he cannot go to our pizza store, try our pizza, and understand that the concept is efficient and cool. Our task becomes even more difficult. As a matter of fact, I would say that we are like Fyodor, who started to promote franchise, and he had to make sure that investors trust him. Trust that Dodo Pizza has future. And despite all the complexity of the task, we decided to set an ambitious goal for the next 5 years to grow the number of countries by 4 times and to grow the number of pizza stores by 20 times. But this task looks really difficult and impossible if you do not understand your value, if you don't know what you actually are. That was why we started to ask ourselves the question, who are we? And frankly speaking, we had doubts because we thought, are our ambitions in line with what we offer? Perhaps we offer something which is not relevant for a market. What if it's so? We didn't understand what is sought after at the market. And when I say market, I mean the market of pizza franchises in the world. We started to organize research, talk to the experts of the market, and we asked the same question to the experts. Why are we interested for you? Why do you want to continue the communication with us? What is Dodo Pizza special about? What haven't you seen in Domino's or Pizza Hut? And the answer was almost always the same. They all said that Dodo Pizza was a different company. They said that Dodo Pizza was young, bold, and all in all, Dodo Pizza is completely different. Dodo Pizza is different from what the market can offer. Actually, it's a cool thing, because Dodo Pizza has a technological basis. Our Dodo is, which has been developing since day one. We are a cyborg company. What does that mean? It means that other brands first started to make hamburgers or sell pizza, but Dodo Pizza started with pizza and technologies at the same time. And it's really cool because now at the basis of Dodo is also other companies can work, and it's very important for investors. If you compare our technological platform with what our competitors have, then you can imagine a slide like that. Our franchising is like an iPhone in pizza franchising. And you know why? Because in Dodo you can find whatever you need. It's very convenient and it's all in the cloud. If you compare our product with the products of other pizza franchises, they have really heavy products. They're quite clumsy. If you need to start working with a brand, you need to buy monitors, special equipment. You need to spend about $30,000 simply to start. And this is the amount of money that you need to spend for your equipment, and you need to maintain your equipment. We spent a lot of time to analyze different websites of our competitors in different countries, because we work with potential prospects, and it's very important for us to understand what the competitive environment is like. So when we analyzed Domino's or Pizza Hut abroad, we found some common patterns. Actually, in developing countries, the website of large brands sometimes look bad. What do I mean to say? It's like a JPEG picture. There's no application. In order to order a pizza, you have to have a look at the menu, which is in JPEG format, and sometimes the image is grainy. Have a look at the pizza and make a call with your phone. It has a significant impact on client experience, and we tackle the issue. We give our franchises a website and an application. That is why Dodo Pizza is the fastest growing network in the world. But let's go back to our ambitious goal. This goal is about growing the number of countries and growing the number of stores. So right now, I'd like to tell you about the following. We decided for ourselves who we are, and that helped us to better answer the question, who do we look for? Like in the past, we want to find people with similar values. Passionate, cool entrepreneurs. But the only thing that has changed is that we have strict requirements for investments and experience. Now we understand that in order to overcome some difficulties and in order to become really great abroad, our partners have to have investment and experience. So how do we do this? I would divide this task into three parts. First, we build awareness. How is it possible to build awareness? In order to build awareness of the brand, you need to be a household word. You need to be familiar to everybody. You need to make sure that everyone knows about you. So Max Kodin's team works greatly with they develop YouTube and Dodo Brand's website. They organize PR activities. Then it's necessary to generate leads that then become our potential franchises. And the last part here is working with conversion. So I would like to tell you in more details about each part of the task. Let's start with building awareness. As I have already told you, it's very important that our positioning is communicated through different channels and sources of information. We need to make sure that people hear about Dodo Pizza, that they are familiar with Dodo Pizza, and we want to do something bright and cool in order to build awareness of the brand so that it can bring more leads. Then it's necessary to get applications or get leads. Let's start with our goal. Our goal for 2021 was to attract 45 highly qualified leads. Highly qualified leads are potential franchises that fit us according to their target competencies and that are interested in Dodo Pizza, that want to work with us and open stores together with us. Now we have 32 highly qualified leads. Until the end of the year, we need to attract 13 more leads. It's quite an ambitious task, right? But now our task is to grow this number by 4 times. I'd like to tell you about the sources where you can take the highly qualified leads from. I'm not going to tell you about paid advertisement because it doesn't really work. And I'd like to tell you about other sources of leads. We started to work closely with ambassadors this year. These are experts of the market that helped us find highly qualified leads. And such ambassadors are very conversational. They brought us really conversational leads. This is what I mean. Imagine all the ambassadors that we agreed with, and they brought 6 qualified leads to us, and out of 6 of them, 3 are going to come to us this year. In addition to that, there is such a source of highly qualified leads is account-based marketing, and it's also an interesting area of focus. We started to work with it this year. This is like a reversed funnel, where on top of it we have a goal to determine whom we are searching for, and then approach the people, try to find them, try to connect them, try to communicate with them, and then to agree on the meeting. It's also a great source of highly qualified leads, because here we can determine whom we actually need, and then we try to approach people like that. I could speak about it forever, but I know that my time is limited, so I'd like to move on to the next slide. The next slide is about conversion. In order to work with conversion, we started to work with the AMO CRM, and we developed an auto funnel, which is great for potential franchises and those who work with it. Now we can increase the number of people that work with selling, and we do not lose quality and do not we keep the leads. We have great tasks here. Auto-loading, transparent analytics. We see what happens with our leads and so on. Basically, if you are interested in that, we could speak about it later. Plus, we always try to come up with something special in our content that would be engaging and that would increase the conversion. For example, recently, together with PR and communication, we made a 3D tour where franchisees could go to a pizza store, and it's a great instrument in order to engage people who are lost, who haven't contacted us for a long time. Plus, it's very important to make sure that the quality of materials is great. A presentation should be like a pitch deck. A person should have a look at it and say immediately that Dodo Pizza is exactly what I need. But these are some basic and unified tools. They do not work on serious stages. And when I speak about serious stages, I mean cases when potential franchises demonstrate a presentation about Dodo Pizza to the board. And last time, we even had to develop a presentation for 40 slides that was related to this holding, to this country, to the analytics of the market, and we even made a video in order to pitch our franchise in a really great way. It all depends on a stage. If the stage is serious, we need to provide a wow effect. Another serious stage, that is the visit. So often we say that franchisee is about to come from, it's a franchisee from this and that country, and this is how it looks like. When a franchisee comes, we prepare a special landing, because it's very important for us that the program is developed according to their needs. so that he or she can assess us and we can assess him or her to understand if it's a match or not. We bring them to the stores or show how operational system looks like. They get acquainted with Fyodor, and then franchisor takes a decision if it's okay or not, and then we move on to more serious stages like business planning or signing of some documents like a memorandum of understanding. And now I would like to move on to our plans for 2022. First of all, I already told you that our positioning changed. I already told you that we see ourselves differently now, and we are going to inform people about it. So our new positioning should go through all channels of communication. In 2022, we will change the format of communication. It will be cool. You will be kept posted, and we will share the news and stories with you for sure. One more moment is that in my presentation, I always told you we. And I told you about the things we have done together. And right now, I want to tell you whom I meant under the word we. We is our IMF team, Anton, who is the leader of sales, who is negotiations with franchises, Rinat, who develops the product to make sure that our product remains relevant at the market, Sergey, that develops current franchises and makes sure that it's comfortable for them to work and they can grow and develop, is like a person between the head office and a franchisee. The team is great, but we still lack people. Me and Anton are looking for a person that would help us to promote and sell franchise, and Rinat is searching for market experts that would help our franchises from abroad introduce new instruments and make the system of marketing powerful and strong. That's it. I have finished my presentation. I truly hope that in the future it will be possible to go to any country of the world and eat Dodo pizza there. Thank you.